How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys Fan. Oh, born to battle. Hey, hey. Some just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. Hey, hey. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys Fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And the hot button topic of the NFL is the top 10 quarterbacks list that was published by ESPN. Said list was constructed by ESPN, surveying league executives, coaches, GMs, and scouts to help rank the top 10 players at 11 different positions. On NFL Network's Good Morning Football, the crew broke down their thoughts about the current top 10 ranking as well as some of the quarterbacks on the list. They talked about a few quarterbacks who they felt were missing from said list while also pondering how the judges came to their conclusions. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to the crew on Good Morning Football as they give us their take on the top 10 quarterbacks of the National Football League.
MVP. Yeah, all 3 of these guys have had an MVP. Obviously, Matthew Stafford being the most recent. This order can always get changed up, mainly the first 2. No disrespect, Matthew. I love you and you're a beast. But these 2 always are in conversation as to who should be 1, who should be 2. We understand that he was injured, so he can't be number 1, right? We understand that he's falling short every year, but he still is that dude. He's probably one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous quarterback in the league, both with his arms and his legs, and that is why he is at the number 1 position. Matthew Stafford's continuing to do his thing. And then we get down to the rest of this, where it's kind of controversial, where you got 2 guys, Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson in the AFC, that are constantly going to go back and forth. But we know when healthy, he is the most electrifying man on this list. But we have to talk about consistency, and I think that is these 3 guys right here.
He's absolutely right, Cowboys Nation. The top 3 have been the MVPs of the league in recent years. Some people will say that Josh Allen should not be the top quarterback on this list, but Patrick Mahomes should be the top person on this list. Though Josh Allen didn't make it to an AFC championship, he remains the bright spot for the Buffalo Bills. So I understand why they put him at the top of the mountain and they didn't put Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes, though he has numerous Super Bowl victories, that wasn't the Patrick Mahomes that we saw last year. With little to work with, he still tried putting his team in a position to win, but just couldn't get the job done by himself. Matthew Stafford, there's nothing to say about Matthew Stafford other than the fact that he has been a beast for the LA Rams ever since becoming an LA Ram. Now let's go ahead and jump into the second clip so we can come back and talk about it. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Well, you mentioned MVP. There's also another type of MVP, and it's a Super Bowl MVP. And a former Super Bowl MVP is not on this list. Matter of fact, the quarterback that played in the Super Bowl last year isn't on this list as well. So that also goes to show maybe that defense does win you championships. Right? You do need a quarterback. The quarterback is the most important position on the football field, and you need one to get to the Super Bowl. But in order to win the thing, you need an elite defense. That was probably one of the first things that stood out to me, was the past 2 quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl aren't included on this top 10 list.
That Super Bowl MVP that he speaks about is Jalen Hurts. That Super Bowl winning quarterback that he speaks about is Sam Darnold. It's not really surprising to me, consider their control over their respected offenses, Cowboys Nation. Sam Darnold admitted on Bussin' with the Boys how he didn't play his best game in the Super Bowl, but the team was still able to bring home the Lombardi Trophy. The same thing goes for Jalen Hurts. Though the brother does have a clutch gene, he's not the first person that you worry about when you think about the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll talk about that more during the Raw and Uncut portion. So make sure you stick around for that. Now let's go ahead and jump into the third clip so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut.
Let's go through the top 5 here.
All right.
First round pick.
Yep.
First round pick. First round pick.
Yep.
First round pick. First round pick. Not a first round pick. 0 postseason success. 0 postseason success. Not much postseason success.
Yep.
Let's go back. Last year he had 1 good year,
Yep.
but first round pick, top 10 pick. First round pick, top 10 pick. First round pick, top 10 pick. 0 postseason success. So when I look at this list, I'm looking like, are we judging these quarterbacks by what they actually do on the field, the production, what they provide for their offenses, and how much they win? Or are we just ranking these guys based on draft position, projection of arm talent, and what you think they could become for the future?
How are they ranking these quarterbacks? Well, it's certainly not draft position. It's certainly not a Super Bowl victory because Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Drake May, or Caleb Williams don't have that Super Bowl victory on their resume. I believe that they're coming to the conclusion by how the respected quarterback plays the position for their team. Boy, I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers with this, but let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
I'm being keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, first and foremost, Cowboys Nation, did y'all notice something about this list? The fact that every single quarterback on this list is a first-round draft pick, except for one, and that's your quarterback, Rain Dakota Prescott. People talk about how the Dallas Cowboys should be looking in the draft for a top quarterback, but their 4th-round pick continuously shows that he can play the quarterback position at an extremely high level. He can play the quarterback position just like a first-round draft pick. This man stays in the conversation with the best at the position every single year that he's healthy and out there on the field. He continuously gets compared to the elite class of quarterbacks at the position. Whether it's Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, or even the GOAT, Tom Brady, Dak Prescott is always brought up in that conversation. The thing is, he's brought up in that conversation for a reason, Cowboys Nation. Some fans get the quarterback position twisted in Cowboys Nation. They get the fact that the quarterback being the leader of the team twisted as well. Some feel, seeing that he's the leader of the Dallas Cowboys, he should be leading said Cowboys to a Super Bowl appearance, and it's all on him to do so. That's currently not the case, and this is why he finds himself on this list year in and year out. Executives, coaches, GMs, and scouts, they get it, Cowboys Nation. Some people in Cowboys Nation don't because they're confused as to what the quarterback job entails. They expect him to be Superman out on the field and play as if it's on the easy mode of Madden. Some believe that he should lift every single player's level of play on the field, and that's just not the case. He should be doing that as well as making the coaching staff and the GMs and the owners look good. That's not the case, Cowboys Nation. He can only control what he can control. This list, it's comprised of guys that can do their job to the best of their ability and can command their offense to the highest level in the league. The reason why you don't see a quarterback like Jalen Hurts on this list is because you can't have the 24th ranked offense and expect to be a top 10 quarterback. You can't have your offense ranked 19th in points scored. You can't be 24th in third down conversions. Just because you were a part of a Super Bowl winning team doesn't automatically put you on this list. But hey, at least they have a top red zone scoring offense due to the tush push, right? But I feel one reason why Dak Prescott was placed on this list is because it's known throughout the league that the Dallas Cowboys rely heavily on Dak Prescott's talent at the quarterback position. It's not just his arm talent, it's how he commands the offense in the huddle as well at the line of scrimmage. The way he calls his protections, the way he calls his audibles in and out of different plays at the line of scrimmage, the way he's able to scan the field and find the appropriate target. I mean, are there throws that he would love to get back? Absolutely, Cowboys Nation. that brother's not infallible, even though some Cowboys fans expect him to be infallible. Dak continues to show consistency when it comes to playing at the highest level in the NFL. I mean, has he put the entire team on his back and led us to a Super Bowl? No, he hasn't, Cowboys Nation, but neither has Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, or Caleb Williams. This is why teamwork is stressed in the National Football League. Teamwork makes the dream work, Cowboys Nation. It's not up to one person to will the entire team to a Super Bowl. If the mantra is defense wins championships, how does that pertain to Dak Prescott and him playing his position at a high level? Sure, he can improve with ball security and not giving the ball away in crucial moments during the playoffs, but other than that, someone let me know where exactly Dak Prescott fails at his job. A majority of Dak Prescott's career, coaches, execs, scouts, and so on show that he's worth placing on the top 10, but that's not enough for a fan base that is starving for a championship. We want him to do the impossible and carry this team to a championship. I'm sorry to tell those fans, but that's never going to happen. So make peace with it, because your expectations are astronomical for your QB1. I also want to touch base on the question that was asked to the panel. What is the metric that these execs, coaches, GMs, and scouts used to put this list together? Well, it's about playing your position. It's about playing your position at an extremely high level. It's about being great at your position. It's about how efficient you have your offense looking throughout the season. It's about the intangibles as well as the arm strength and the arm talent, the accuracy, the placement of the football, your will and determination to try and secure a victory, the never give up type of mentality, and if said mentality can trickle down to the other 52 people on the team. Even if you have a losing season, how did you look leading your side of the football throughout the season? When an opposing team has your team on the schedule, how much fear does your quarterback strike in their hearts? Let's keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. A defense can't fear CeeDee Lamb nor George Pickens without fearing the man who's getting them the ball. So with that being said, I am glad that these execs, coaches, GMs, and scouts around the league continue to recognize the abilities of the Dallas Cowboys franchise quarterback in Dak Prescott. This is also why I don't listen to a word that a Dak detractor has to say, because the ones that actually know what they're looking at on Sunday have him placed in the top 10. This list comes from people that are around the league, that are currently in the league and do this for a living. It's not the opinions of fans who are desperate for a championship but are mad because the quarterback hasn't gotten them to said championship. As much as fans believe that a Super Bowl dictates a quarterback's success, real ones know that a Super Bowl is the icing on the cake. Real ones don't determine a player's overall success by how many rings he helped brought the organization. Ring culture has taken over the perspective of what is great nowadays. As much as Cowboys Nation doesn't want to hear this, a ring doesn't dictate a player's greatness. A ring is what you play for, but if it doesn't happen, that doesn't mean that your career was an absolute wash. If that was the case, NBA players like Reggie Miller wouldn't be considered great. MLB players like Ken Griffey Jr. wouldn't be considered great. So take solace in the fact that you have a top 10 quarterback at the helm for your team. Stop continuously shitting on him. Some fans may be too young to know what it's like to be on the hunt for a franchise quarterback, except for the Washington Commanders because they're on the hunt almost every single draft. I know what it's like to not have your franchise quarterback. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you think about the top 10 quarterback rankings of the execs, coaches, GMs, as well as scouts? Is there a player that should be taken off this list, or is there a player that should be added to the list? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. If you're digging this content and you want to help get the word out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so can help get the word out to Cowboys fans. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you got your quarterbacks back 110%, you are 10 toes down. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you do not miss anything from the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. Also, if you're into Madden 26, College Football 27, or Mortal Kombat talk, check out my other YouTube channel, the Angry Gaming Fan YouTube channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that as well as the gamer tag in the description. And also, if you're following me on TikTok, during the day, we're going to be talking Dallas Cowboys talk over there. But when nightfall drops, I'm going to be having my guy Sin on, and we're going to be discussing movies. So if you are into that, make sure you tune in. Make sure you follow your man over on TikTok. But some fans tend to look a gift horse in the mouth just because they are starving for a championship. They want to know what it's like to be champions. They want to know what it's like to go to the parade. They want to know what it's like to have those bragging rights. I get it, Cowboys Nation. But I'll be damned that I'm going to sit here and expect the impossible from somebody that has made a place at the table of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league a number of years. I'm going to continue to root for him, and I'm going to continue to root for this team. And if he's not able to help get this team a championship during his tenure as the QB1, I'm going to thank him for his services, and I'm going to move on to the next quarterback when that time comes. That's what being DC for life truly means. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Top 10, y'all. Let's see if we can do it in 2026. And I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.